to really compete. Now, I know they made it to the conference finals a couple years ago, but I didn't think they were a conference final team.
Right.
Highest three-pointers attempted through 3 games in NBA history. Leonard wearing a mask finds Ibaka free for 3, and he retaliates, dueling banjos to open up here in the first quarter.
And no
George into Batum, waits for the flyby and lays it in a quick 5-0 strike for the Clippers.
And I like the secondary. How about that? I mean, only average 20. You know what I mean? But because of the size on the perimeter players, you see Jones from the corner on the nice penetration. The Portland Trailblazers.
4-3 of the season for Derrick Jones Jr. Here come the Clippers. Batum in the corner to retaliate, and he does. Back and forth we go.
Just enough for Paul George to slip that pass over to Batum.
Two-man game with Lillard and Nurkic, and a nice shot by Nurkic. Cullum chased around by George. Gets free to fire. The tray in the air is good. His second 3. Batum feeling frisky with another 3. His second.
Listen.
Leonard posting on Lillard. Didn't get much help, Lillard. It's right to the rim and lays it in. It's a tough cover for Damian Lillard and the rest of the NBA. Ibaka lets it fly. His second 3, and the Clippers lead by 7 midway through the first. Timeout Blazers. To be continued, but only what?
The night is young. The night is young.
36 hours left of 2020. Covington for 3, and that's how you answer a little bit of a run from the Clippers.
The amount of times they have passed the basketball and their assists per made field goals have gone up significantly.
Carmelo Anthony steps into his wheelhouse in a little mid-range shot coming right off the bench. 7 minutes off his first quarter clock, 19-16. 2 playoff teams, no doubt, crossing blades here early on in the season. Paul George for 3. It's go. George isos on Lillard, loses the ball, gets it back. Lillard loses his footing. That frees George for a second consecutive 3. Here come the Clippers igniting the break, leading by 9. Clippers have had 20-point leads in each of their 3 wins in the first half. Another 3. Lou Williams swivels his way to freedom, and the Clippers on a power play if they hurry. Lou finds his seam, dashing to the rim and lays it in, and the Clippers lead by 14. It's a great start for the Clippers. It is worth pointing out, in both wins for the Blazers, they battled back from trailing by 10 as Melo fades and fires. Lou in attack mode, moving to his left, gets the flyby from Hood and knocks it in. Back-to-back buckets for Lou Williams. Clippers out in front once again by 14. Here is Hood. Played for Ty Lue in Cleveland, steps back, flings a 3 and knocks it in.
Especially from that Achilles injury, he was such an integral part of the Blazers team, couldn't participate in the playoffs. And once again, the patience of Lou Will coming off of the screen.
Melo picked up by George, 2 teammates in Oklahoma City. George doesn't buy the pump fake. It doesn't matter. Melo knocks it in. He has been a spark plug off the bench. Has been special in this first quarter. He gets right to the rim, kicks it to Kennard. Great look at a 3. Book it for Luke Kennard. 8 first quarter 3s for the Clippers. In the league in this young season, C.J. McCollum, Damian Lillard. You will hear from Lillard before this game is over. Here is Jackson down the lane. Spoon feeds Zubac. He swivels his way to the rim and lays it home.
Dude, that time just licking his chops right there for that ball to get to him, not able to knock it in.
McCollum. Cantor with the rebound and the putback. Every one of his now 18 made shots right in the restricted area. But don't you like how I got the card out this time?
I didn't even pay attention to you. I was watching the game, doing my job.
Lou Williams lays it in, 41-28. Where he's at in his career, he's got 8 points in 7 minutes. Looks like the old Carmelo to me. Jackson counted in a foul and sent that young man to the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Lou to Kennard. Great ball movement for the Clippers in transition, and it results in the third 3 from Paul George.
And that's just beautiful basketball to the basket, but kicking it back out to Kennard, over to Paul George. Just unselfish basketball at its best.
Covington steps in and knocks down a little mid-range shot. 2 tonight. 4 of his 5 shots were all in the paint. He's hit a 3, and now that jump shot, and he cuts the lead down to 15. George accosted, no whistle, but gets the bucket to fall.
The rim just opened up There's something up there.
Simons for three, knocks it in. This Cantor, and a return to the Blazers, gives it to Simon for three. Cantor with the rebound, blocked by Ibaka. They'll call that one way down. Credit the bucket to Enes Cantor.
Unfortunate situation for the Blazers once again with Zach Collins in that left ankle.
He hasn't been able to stay healthy his whole career. Jackson, the floater. Reggie Jackson looks like a different player than he did a week ago.
Within the offense where he can be most effective, and you're watching that slowly with Reggie.
Covington for three. That's his second. Coming into the game, he was 1 for 13.
Grant Hill and I will be bringing you the American Express halftime report after this game.
Number rightfully so, and knocks down the 10-foot.
Way to knock it in.
Leonard has struggled in his first game since Christmas, 2 for 6. Reggie Jackson has not 3 for 3 today. A leaping rebound inside for Paul George. Kawhi for three. How about 11 threes in the first half on 17 take? Miss Jamie Baggio. Thank you, Jamie. Kawhi inside, gives it to Lou. Ibaka. Open Pat Beverly had 4 threes yesterday. Knocks that one down. You can see in the background a frustrated tip. I got to be honest, I don't think he's looking for the credit. I think he just loves to coach. Lou Williams to Leonard. Extra pass to Ibaka. Already with 2 threes. A hat trick for Serge Ibaka. Kawhi maybe not shooting the ball all that well, but does have 5 assists here in this first half. Kawhi in attack mode. Reverse layup. Counted on a foul and send him to the line. 67-48. Clippers out in front. I mentioned this earlier. In each of their 3 wins, the Clippers have had a 20-point lead in the first half. Damian Lillard trying to make sure that does not happen. Counted on a foul. Good ball movement by the Clippers. Kawhi gets it back late in the clock. Tight ropes the sidelines. Gets it to Lou. Ahead of the shot clock. Off the window and in. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Lou Williams with 10 off the bench. McCollum rises from deep and knocks it in, and C.J. McCollum now with 11 on his 3rd three. Lillard reaches in, knocks the ball free. Beverly recovers. Patterson, a runner. Beverly the tip in, and the Clippers lead 71-54. Lou. What a pass inside to Batum, and the Clippers lead 73-54.
Work of art. Nicholas Batum not dunking, but he was in that dunker spot right there to get it for 2.
11 for Batum. McCollum another 3, his 4th. Changing hands on the dribble like a grandfather clock, taking time off the ticker. Picked up by Nurkic on the switch for 3, gets it right back.
Why not? Trending in the right direction.
That said, they were a top 5 offense a year ago, just a different kind of attack. How about that clever play? He was stymied a couple of different times. 78-57. And this is now the 4th time in 5 games the Clippers have had a 20-point lead. Kawhi Leonard now with back-to-back buckets to open up the second half. A good save there by Covington, but picked off. Here comes George with Covington to beat. Gets right to the rim and lays it in. 82-57 Clippers. 6 to shoot for Kawhi. Dashing down the lane. Up and in. Counted on a foul. An 8-0 run for the Clippers. Because they will all just hate you for it. A lot of fake laughs. Don't be that guy. McCollum for 3, it's good.
And they say, well, I haven't seen you all year.
Good job, Jim. Way to contribute.
What about that one?
Paul George on top of McCollum. You are the MVP tonight. Man,
I miss you.
Man, we're making a good team here early, Jim. This is good. McCollum into Nurkic, puts it up and puts it in. 8:55 to play in the 3rd. Clippers 88, the Blazers 60. To be more vocal during practices and during games and on the bench. A step away on Nurkic, got it. The 3rd three for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, I like that kind of vocalization right there. The help off the pick and rolls have been excellent thus far.
The Clippers have the weapons to give Lillard and McCollum different looks. I mentioned it earlier as McCollum fires up and in. Another.
No. Yeah.
Lillard picked up by Beverly. A whistle and a foul stops the clock midway through the 3rd. The Clippers have been very dominant here tonight against what I think is a very good Blazers squad. Haven't been at their best here tonight. Ibaka lays it up and down on the second effort. The Clippers have had a lot to do with that. Leonard has the rebound pinned beneath the net. It has been that kind of night for the Blazers. Beverly attacks and lays it home 96-71.
Offbeat a little bit in regards to their cuts, would then tend to peel back a little bit.
George, a graceful glide to the rim, and the Clippers lead 98-71. Lillard in attack mode, drives and dishes. Good ball movement, finds McCollum open for three in the corner. He has 7. He's only taken 11. Leonard turns the corner, gets right to the rim, bouncing off defenders in the...
So I had to struggle with that a lot in my career because I got hurt my 3rd year, and that totally changed the way I played in my dynamic.
Back-to-back 30-point games. There's 20 so far, almost all of them from the line. How about Lou Williams continuing 15 off the bench?
Becky Hammon becomes the first woman to direct a team in NBA history after Greg Popovich was tossed from the Spurs-Lakers game in San Antonio. With 4 minutes left in the first half, he picked up 2 techs.
And she will have a team of her own. She is amazing what she's done in San Antonio. I used to cover the WNBA for many years. She is a pit bull.
You know the game and they're going to respect it, okay? And that's what you got with Becky Hammon. So it's just a continuation of other coaches on the bench. They didn't look at it as anything different. Once they knew, like Paul George knew that was going in, that
we will not have a starterless fourth quarter. Paul George remains on the floor. He has 23, lobs it to Zubac. Oh my!
On this kind of reinvented offense or new offense or added to offense, whatever you want to call it, it allows him the freedom to be able to make those type of plays.
The Clippers and fans and those around the league have said, hey, the Clippers don't have that true point guard, but what they're doing is allowing playmakers to make plays regardless of the position. Kennard makes a play for himself. And now to Reggie Jackson. He uses into a 3. May have been a pass to man. We'll check with the official score. Either way, the Clippers come up empty-handed.
Well, man, that time got blocked by into the bottom of the backboard.
Giles spent his first couple of years in Sacramento. Knocks down the jumper, 118-93. Tough test coming up for the Clippers, as we mentioned. Utah on Friday and then Phoenix on Sunday. Kennard makes the pass, another turnover for the Clippers. Eric Jones Jr. gracefully gliding in and lays it in.
Yeah, I'm going to come in with that dimension with his arms out. Oh.
Whistle, timeout, 5.5 to play.
He dug deep inside. Again, it's still early, but we see a different calmness in his demeanor, in his play, coming into the beginning of this year. I know you want to say something right here.
And it's funny, I come into this game, you look at the Clippers and their numbers and the way that they have dominated in their wins, but because that game was so bad on Sunday, their net rating is still a negative coming into today, despite 3 wins of 20+. But it's crazy. That's just how bad they were on Sunday. You can look back, you can laugh at it, because now we know that the Clippers are indeed back. Coffee. Oh, off the window and in. I used to do this Swisher Sweets on the golf course.
He was trying to be cool, right?
I was trying. It did not work.
You was trying to get some hood credit. That's what that was for. I got a lot of that.
It did not lead to
now,
a good story.
if you'd have said you had some Thunderbird or some Wild Irish Rose, now I would have really... Mad Dogs, you can spread across.
No. I've been there. I've done that.
Okay.
But it was... The Mad Dog 2020 was a bad day. Ellaby lays it in, counted in a foul, 118 to play in this one.